I can't believe it said you're a spam risk. You seem really cool. And I gotta go. No. Oh,
Nope, I gotta go.
Oh, hey guys, I was just talking to my friend on the phone. I was just do like this.
Hi.
On the phone. I was just do like this.
Huh?
On the
toilet.
This was last night in Queens. The crowd chanting slogans like freeze the rent, as well as DSA, which stands for Democratic Socialists of America. Take a listen.
Of America, okay.
Oh my God. Bye.
So buckle up now. Mamdani enters the final week as the front runner. According to allies, a win for mayor would put Washington, D.C. on notice.
Oh, oh man. Okay, yeah, it's like nonstop news coverage of this, bro. It's like nonstop news coverage of this, you know. The mayor of the great city of New York City. The 5 boroughs. The Bronx. The other one. You know, and some idiots might think, oh, you know, maybe I'll go look around. Maybe there's some kind of like, you know, informative videos out there in the media with some historical examples or some crap explanation of how some of this guy's policies would work and all that. No, bro.
No, dog.
That's not how we do things around here. We go like this. So for now, for this video, in the final moments of this thing that people have been whining and complaining and yelling about, let's take a look at what our beautiful media, which should be banned and go to jail, let's see what the hell they're up to. Let's take a look at what the hell these maniacs are up to.
Do anything in the chair? Legit.
Is it fair to say that he would cheer on 9/11?
Yes,
He's taking pictures with unindicted co-conspirators from the World Trade Center bombing.
I mean, are you willing to say that? You really think that he would cheer on 9/11?
He's taking pictures with unindicted co-conspirators from the World Trade Center.
Hey, look, I'm just
right. It wasn't Cuomo, it was the radio.
But I'm asking Scott, because Scott seems to think that's like a totally above-board line of attack. Do you think that that's true?
Who is that guy?
I can only tell you what I see on my phone. I see a picture of Mamdani.
Okay, I believe that.
With a guy
do believe that.
who was an unindicted co-conspirator from a terrorist attack in New York City.
Yeah,
Is this the time to be taking pictures with this controversial imam? I mean, when people have...
Whoa, hold on to your mustache for a second, man. I was gonna say, let's kick it over. What is that word? Over. Let's kick it over to Geraldo, who's still alive. Did not know that, okay? What did this guy do? He was on TV at one point? Okay. You're pissed off about something. What is it, man?
Such deep questions. My Jewish family is petrified as to what the future holds in New York City with Mamdani as the mayor.
He's gonna kick him out, man.
They don't think that he's a terrorist.
He's gonna get
their ass. There is a feeling that he won't protect or he hasn't sufficiently unequivocally condemned anti-Semitism in a way that could give comfort to Jewish people.
But is that
some of my best friends are Muslim. My driver from Afghanistan is my neighbor in Cleveland. You know, we love Muslim people. But is that some of my best friends are Muslim. My driver from Afghanistan is my neighbor in Cleveland. You know, we love.
The guy mixed up the story a little bit there. And my limo driver, I mean my neighbor. He comes for me to live with me. Yeah, are you all right, Geraldo? Yes. What don't you understand here is the driver came to my house and it lives there inside my house. Okay. And this is a guy you know. I just said so. What are you not kidding? It's my driver, and he followed me home and come into my house. Okay, your driver, like the guy who drives you around. Or Uber Eats. Your Uber Eats driver, okay? Uber Eats driver lives in my house. Yeah, this is pretty good, you know, this CNN quarter mil in the views. Quarter mil in the views department. Quarter mil views, that is. And I like this. I guess this is what they're doing with this is like, look, we need to hear some different viewpoints on this whole issue that everybody's talking about for some reason. We need to hear differing viewpoints. It's very important to us. And one of those viewpoints is, I think this guy's gonna fly planes into buildings. Also, my Uber driver is my neighbor, and that's not a lie. I'm not lying about that. No one said you were, man. Good, because he is. No need to check. This is kind of interesting, man. Because over the past couple weeks, just for fun and because I'm a cool guy, I like read through the details of these Zoran policies or whatever, you know. If you actually go and read through, it's like people are talking about this. Oh, people are getting worked up. People are choking their pants with, I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube. People are using the restroom in their pants because of this. You know, basically what I did get from reading these policies is like, hey, you know, here's an interesting idea. Poor people in New York City should not be homeless. People who aren't like finance perverts or whatever, they should be able to not have to live in the sewer. That's an interesting. They should not have to live in a dumpster. And people are like, this guy's sick. He's gonna ruin the world and the universe. Like one of the policies that people are absolutely using the restroom in their khakis about is like free buses. And I looked into the free bus thing. And it's just like, oh man, this sicko wants to make it so that buses move a little faster. Bus driver doesn't have to wait for people to pull out a card or whatever.
Oh my God, we're all gonna pass away.
But that's what it is. If you like look at this stuff that everybody's freaking out about, it's like, man, this is what we're losing it over, okay? But that's also kind of what's interesting about the whole thing is that our media, you know, like pretty much all the media is like, hey, would you like to be a baby forever? We can help with that. It's fascinating, man. You know, this is how a lot of our institutions are. If you're a normal person, you know, it's like, hey, yeah, I was reading about this. It seems like there's some studies makes the bus work a little more efficient if you don't collect money at the front of the bus. What do you think about that? He's gonna fly plane into building. He's gonna fly plane into the building, I think. Okay, all right. Should I go? My Uber driver lives here. All right. I'll just let myself out. You know, you're like, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of interesting. There's some parts of New York City that don't have supermarkets, you know? Maybe you could have like the post office version of the supermarket. You know, kind of interesting idea. Then they're like, oh, that is interesting. But do I have to change my religion? Nope, don't think so. I don't think so. But these are the grounds that we're going to have these discussions now. This is the level that we're now putting this on.
And that brings me to Zoran Mamdani and the disgusting lie he appears to have told about his aunt.
Pervert.
There's so many disgusting things about this clip. That's kind of the least disgusting thing, but it is a lie.
Start with
Here
one,
he is.
Megan. Huh?
Also, part of the lie was his fake crying. Where's the tear? Show me the tear. Any man who's actually crying and like choking up, like can't get through the sentence, would have an actual tear because it would have to be that level for him to actually be choked up and like stopping a speech.
If you don't got a tear, it ain't sincere. Like a Johnny Cochran kind of thing. That's what I was trying.
Everybody wearing blue jeans on the subway didn't feel safe after September 11th. There's nothing special about this Ugandan who's running for mayor of New York. He's lying,
man.
Well, also,
what do you know?
Wait, there's no aunt. Okay, first of all, there is no aunt. There's one actual aunt who is dead, and she lives in a totally different country. Then there was a cousin.
Who are these guys? Who the hell are these guys Megan's talking to? Ruthless. Oh, those are the Ruthless boys. Oh, those are the
Toilet
boys. Oh, I recognize them. Those are the
cut your meat
boys. Oh, wait, let me get a look. Those are the
Let me ask you something, please.
Boys. What the hell is Ruthless? I'm about to get absolutely ruthless. I think that guy's just lying or something. Yeah. Ruthless. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. This is some dumb story where they're like, oh, he doesn't even have an aunt. Everyone was treating Muslims great after 9/11. Who knows what the hell these idiots are talking about? They're basically just going goo goo gaga into the camera, you know, which is very respectful to the audience. But this is more important. This is way more important. These are the Ruthless boys. I don't know what they do. But I was expecting if the name of the podcast or whatever is Ruthless, they're like, yeah, man. What the hell? Kiss my ass. We're ruthless. Why don't you go straight to hell? Kiss my ass. No. I was not expecting whoever these guys are that Megyn Kelly's talking to. Was not expecting this. Here we go.
I think New York is getting what it deserves because this is what these voters have wanted. They've wished the city to get worse. They're going to get what they deserve.
Last week showed up with the unindicted co-conspirator of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing.
He's not actually an unindicted co-conspirator, but the guy did. But the imam did testify.
Jesus. What the hell, Megan? Oh, sorry, Your Highness. I didn't know the Ruthless boys weren't allowed to talk, you know? Oh, man, dude. Oh, goddamn, bro. Absolutely ruthless. Welcome to the Ruthless podcast. We're not taking any crap from anybody. I shouldn't even be saying this on YouTube, but if you F with the Ruthless boys, you wake up in a dumpster. And then you hear the Ruthless boys talk. They're like, well, I actually think that guy's not very good. And I saw Fox News. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't read the whole logo. It's Ruthless and then really small LY. So ruthlessly boring. Oh, sorry. I should have read the whole thing. Sorry. Oh, let's check our man, Ben. Oh, whoa, wait, hold on. Look at this thumbnail here. He actually got views on this video. My man is not getting a whole lot of views lately, but he got a few on this one. Let me check this thumbnail. Oh, shit, dude. I like that he's got a little serious face on with this thumb.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Photoshop that clown. This is no joke.
Awful final week of this campaign.
Oh,
He's decided that his closing message is going to be that New York City is famous for Islamophobia, and if you don't elect him, it's because you don't like Muslims.
Oh,
which is a wild statement in a city who truly feels entitled to everything. Is that if you won't give him the mayoralty of the financial center of planet Earth, it must be not because he's a bad candidate, not because he's an out-and-out communist, not because he is a sympathizer with jihadists, but because you are mean to Muslims.
Okay, so it's a crisis of Islamophobia is what's happening here. And you're even asking questions about the identity of his aunt. His father's cousin.
Who you won't even name.
Man. You're
if
yelling
you ask
at
that
me.
question, it's because you must hate Muslims.
This is a pretty good segment from my man's right here. He's still struggling for views, but 200,000. 200,000, not bad, man. Hey, good for you doing your best, man. That's good. But this is a kind of funny segment. You know, he's just tricking the elderly on his YouTube channel. That's his whole job, you know. And from what I understand happened here is there was some, like, clip. There's a bunch of this stuff, actually. It's honestly kind of shocking, but there's a bunch of this stuff going on. And a couple days ago, that guy, Andrew Cuomo. He went on some, like, New York radio station, and the radio guy was like, hey, this guy Zoran, man, he's probably happy when 9/11, guy was probably happy. He's probably clapping for 9/11, man. And Andrew Cuomo was like, hey, that too, man. So, you know, I mean, they're kind of leaning into that kind of stuff. So this guy Zoran comes out and he's like, that's kind of sick. You know, he really didn't start this. Like, honestly, most of the videos that I've seen, he's like, hey, how about some mild programs that they're going to fight me at every turn to, give a little tiny bit of support. You know what? Actually, this is the campaign. This is the real campaign of Zoran. I'm not cheering for war, and I don't stick my middle finger up at poor people. That's pretty much it. And they're like, this is an outrage. That's really closer to reality here. But that's mostly what he's been talking about, you know, this policy stuff. You know, in like the past couple weeks, it's been like, hey, this guy seems a little, that's not me saying this, seems a little 9/11-y to me, you know. There's a lot of that stuff going on, so he comes out and he's like, that's sick. And Ben Shapiro's like, why is he crying about this? Why is he whining about this? Nobody's saying that, you know. He's like, no, what a crybaby, nobody's saying that. And then I clicked around Ben Shapiro's channel and I found this here. This is one of his, I don't know. This is one of his homies, I think he calls him.
Now, I'm not really interested in defending Andrew Cuomo. He's certainly more sane and less anti-American than Mamdani, but that bar is low. That bar is not even low. That bar is it's buried 100 feet under the ground. I mean, you can crawl on your stomach and get over that bar.
Nailed that one.
So I'm not really interested in defending him, and this is why we must cut them off at the pass. This is why we must shut them down at the tolerance phase.
Right.
This is why I'm such a mean guy. This is why I upset a lot of people all the time. I always have. Because I'm so mean.
Oh, great.
Because I don't think
you're mean. What kind of a mean guy would have a Billy Big Mouth bass in the background there? In a fake fire? I'm a total badass, man. Here's my fake den. I spend all my time going like this.
I don't even want to do the tolerance part.
Oh, okay.
But this is why.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're in a fake den.
Because I know where it leads. I know where it goes.
Good for you, man.
Before we get all the way to participation, we should say, no. Now, you know what? I'm not even going to tolerate this. I am actively opposed to this. I think it's bad. I don't want it in my community, and I don't want it in my country.
Okay.
We need to be intolerant. Intolerance is a virtue. Intolerance is good. Intolerance is holy. Intolerance is Christian.
Okay.
Intolerance is moral and courageous. Intolerance is biblical.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I'll check it out.
Intolerance is
I gotta go,
loving.
Man. Okay. I gotta get
loving to your family, to your country.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Pretty good stuff there from my man. You know, why is this baby crying about it? Why is this guy crying about people are saying racist stuff? Guy's a baby, you know? That's not true. That's not true. The guy's making it up. Click over to one of Ben Shapiro's employees. We should hate these people and they shouldn't be allowed in my country. Okay. Every time I make fun of poor old Ben Shapiro on this channel, I'm like, okay, that's enough. I think we get it. It's kind of a weird guy. And then I always wonder, like, how did he get like this? How do you get to this level of, like, sociopath, you know? But yeah, man, not all the kind of, like, mainstream news. What is it? News? What is that word? Not all the news coverage is bad. Like, there's some lady on NBC who, like, rode her out on the subway with this guy Zoran, you know? But enough of it is, like, too close to like whatever this is, you know? Like it is like, what the hell? Hopefully for younger people, it's like they see this, they see like the way the media is treating this. Large parts of the media are treating this and they're like, this is kind of sick. Maybe they'll look at the policies and they'll be like, yeah, this is not extreme. This is not even like socialist stuff. This is like barely New Deal type stuff. Wait a second, this guy's policies are that he doesn't hate poor people. And that he's not saying stuff that's 100% in support of bombing people. This guy needs to be stopped at all costs. Hopefully young people will look at that and they'll be like, something's wrong here. Something's backwards here.
Let me ask you something, please. Do you really think about your lives, think about the lives of the people you know?
I don't want to.
Are the lives of the people that you know, are your lives really... and all the things that impede it, that burden it, that make it more difficult. Are Muslims anywhere near that list? Like, are Muslims the people who are making your life more difficult? Is Islam making your life? Are you living under Sharia law?
Yes, I am.
This is such a fabricated fear-mongering campaign.
Right.
And we saw some of it expectedly during after 9/11. But as I said,
who's this? Oh, it's Glenn. Glenn, where are you?
Where the hell's Glenn? He's at a hotel.
Sometimes when Glenn's at a hotel, he has to call the front desk and he goes,
let me ask you something, please.
Okay. Never gonna get over the Glenn mention.
Let me ask you something, please. And by the way, I said this a couple nights ago, and there's some thread on Reddit that took this video of me saying, let me ask you something, please.
His beautiful mention of let me ask you something, please, gate. You know, where I took that clip of him going,
let me ask you something, please.
Oh, so Glenn's at a hotel. He's pretty high up. He's all the way up. And I kind of like Glenn's theory here. I think it kind of makes sense. It's like, you know, a lot of these people who are trying to figure things out by looking at YouTube, you know, they're like looking at Candace Owens or looking at whatever, Ben Shapipi or whatever, and they're like, what the hell? There's a kind of like a split. And Glenn has a good theory, I think, where he's like, a lot of these Ben Shapiner types, they're like losing their audience, you know, because they can't stop talking about how awesome Israel is all the time. Nonstop, 24/7. And Glenn's like, okay, they can't really talk about that, but one thing they can do is they can kind of like redirect that energy into hating, you know, hating this group of people, and then, you know, hating this New York City mayor. It's like, oh, do people live there? No, you don't? Okay. Why do you hate this guy so much? Oh, a guy on the computer told me to.
But this stuff is so manipulative and has a completely different agenda. Here's Ted Cruz, who just gave a speech sounding these same alarms about Zoran Mamdani for that reason. Here's what he said.
Okay, let's check that clip out, man.
The alternative here, wherever it's going,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, but to be clear, the alternative here, we're talking Andrew friggin' Cuomo. We're not talking the right wing. We're not talking Donald Trump. We're not talking Ted Cruz.
Whoa, Ted. Ted, you got to move that background back, man. You're going to knock that thing over. You're going to knock that thing over with that stupid head of yours. You don't have the room space or something? Okay.
And yet, given the choice
between a solidly left-wing Democrat and a full-on communist, and I believe America-hating jihadist. Absolutely, Ted. It sure looks like I hope these polls are wrong. And
the audacity of these people begging Americans to vote for Andrew Cuomo.
So there's Glenn in the hotel, man.
There's Glenn. You could see the phone in the background. You'll never guess what he's going to say on that phone.
Let me ask you something, please.
How late can I get room service, he says. But he's kind of interesting. I like watching his videos because his audience is kind of, mixed. A lot of his audience is like Tucker Carlson fans. So he's like, look, guys, you don't have to agree with this guy and everything, but I don't think he's going to fly a plane into a building. I think that's a bunch of crap. They're trying to trick you.
So good on Glenn for that one.
A true king who asks something, please.
I love you.
Oh, damn. Check this out.
While I was looking at these videos, this video came up. It's a Joe. It's a Joe from a couple months ago. This is his most hated guest. His audience least favorite with the CIA guy. Joe's been on this panicking about this for a while. Let's check this out.
Do it. Riding the backs of a avowed socialist, right? Who wants to
more than
reclaim
a socialist, essentially a communist.
Yeah, thank you for that. Whoa. Thank you for clarifying that, Joe. Joe, feel free to chime in with a thing like that at any time, Joe. Hit it with one of these.
Adult baby.
Adult baby and maybe a... Oh, good Joe.
And he's again, God bless the ideology of the youth, but, people should, do a little bit more research into his ideas and how they've worked elsewhere, right? And maybe
there's only one way to enforce those ideas, and that's with guns.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how you
government
force
grocery
people.
store. Get the hell over there.
Yeah, government grocery stores and taking money away from the rich people. Like, how are you going to enforce that?
Yeah.
You need force.
Oh, hell yeah, that's my man, Joe. Always coming through. I love these channels. There's all these channels that clip Joe Rogan. This one's called the University of JRE. I'm a master's student, I think, by now in the University of JRE. I've watched over 100 hours. It's not. That's not a brag. Yeah, it is.
Generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
Chinese, right. That's in the syllabus. When you enroll in the University of JRE, it do like this.
Generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
Oh, it's Chinese. Right. I'm taking a test. Oh, Chinese, they look Chinese, right. I knew that. I put it on a card. I put on one side of the index cards, how do Chinese people look? I knew it.
We cannot underestimate Zoran the moron. Le moron named...
Wait. Hey, this is Rapaport. Oh, Rapaport's got a podcast. How many views?
Dude, 1,000.
Come on, man. Okay, the audience may be small, but at least it's pretty positive. What does this say? Him saying Zoran the moron while looking like a literal ghoul? Hey, you can't talk to the... He was in... What? Oh, he's in True Romance. You can't talk to the... He was pretty good in True Romance, so you show him some respect. Michael Rapaport is just the funny version of this. If this was a bit, it would be pretty funny, but unfortunately, I do not believe it's a bit.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
Rapaport, Clapaport. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Early voting has started for the election for mayor of New York City. Early voting has started. Everybody knows that.
Behind you.
And election day is November 4th. And it's time to put on your rally cap like the old days at Shea Stadium. Put on your rally cap like the old days at the old Yankee Stadium. And it is time to show this clown, this shyster, this smiley bullshit artist what New York really, truly wants. I don't care that you filled up Forest Hill Stadium.
Right.
I have a sneaky suspicion that a lot of those people, not all of them, a lot of those people were not New Yorkers in Forest Hills Stadium.
Yeah, it's fake.
I have a real sneaky suspicion that Forest Hills Stadium was filled up with people that ain't voting in this election. But we cannot underestimate.
Rapaport, Trapaport, lip stay in chapterport, stay strapped to port. Okay. He should let me do his intro. Oh man, Rapaport's like he's like the funniest version of this. It's funny too because he's always been like I'm the New York hip hop guy. I'm part of the New York hip hop shit. And I was looking through the comments and they're either negative, like, shut up, Mike, or they're like the most racist thing I've ever heard. But he's probably the funniest character in this, like, you know, freaking out about this guy because he's very committed to this. And I'm not sure he even knows why, but no one will listen to him. And he just keeps uploading stuff. 1,000 views. That's all right. 261,000 subscribers. How did he get that? How did he even get that? That's fine. Well, there we go, guys. Possibly our final video on, the media just exposing itself as a bunch of creeps, weirdos. Oh man, that guy is kinda, sorta gonna maybe a little bit prevent poor people in New York from living in a dumpster. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And whatever we gotta do, including saying racist stuff, we'll do it. Ooh, wait, quick note here. If you're in New York City on November 4th, come see me live with Ben Burgess at, what the hell is the place called? Bar Frida, November 4th. I think there's tickets. Maybe get tickets or just come, I don't know. Look it up. See you there, November 4th. Bye. Well, anyway, guys, there we go. An absolute fire, another one from the mind of Rapaport. Rapaport. An absolute fire, another one. Hope you guys are doing great. What the hell day is it? Probably Friday, right? Whoa. Close enough. Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, man, hell yeah. I love that classic golden era New York hip-hop, like Grandmaster Greg and the Furious 11. I just made that up. I don't really listen to music unless it's AI generated. Hi, I'm the guy doing the outro, and I'm asking you if you would like to Oh, wait. Let me do the Glenn. Can I ask you something, please? Will you subscribe on Patreon? Because there's more to it. Because of the fact that you're missing episodes every single week. And all you got to do to get all those episodes every week is subscribe on Patreon for as little as $2 per month. You get all kind of extra crap, question answer shows, all this junk. And all you got to do is click the link in the description. What is that description? Right. Anyway, I got to get the hell out of here. Bye-bye.